Those who follow my weekly pre-Shabbat messages may have realized that there wasn't a message last week, and you may have been wondering what's going on. The honest answer is that I realized that I hadn't taken any vacation at all in the entire year of 2021, and that I desperately needed it. And also that the community needed it too. And so I took a number of days off last week, and will be taking some days off in the weeks to come as well. Stepping back for a few days meant coming back with a very different perspective. True, I did come back to 150 emails, so my first day back was very much spent just at the computer, trying to respond to all the different things. But even in that, by being able to step away for a few days and come back, it really helped me focus on what is most important. And the ability to step outside our normal lives, the normal pattern that we establish for ourselves that gives us that sense of constancy, almost helps define ourselves by who we are and how we behave every day. The ability to step outside that actually takes a lot of strength and it gives us something very special. It gives us an opportunity to reflect, to view our lives anew. In some sense, that's what the High Holy Days were there to achieve, to help us step outside our everyday lives and dedicate at least one time in a year to really improving ourselves, assessing our lives, asking ourselves, is this what I truly want to focus on? But it's very important for us not to just have that be once a year. So the chance to step outside our lives is a very valuable, very important chance. It's a chance we must always take. And we are given an opportunity to do that in our Jewish tradition every week, with this wonderful gift of Shabbat. For some people, Shabbat is coming to services or lighting candles or saying Kiddush and saying Motzi, maybe singing some songs, grace after meals. For some people, Shabbat is Torah study, a day dedicated to sitting down and really struggling, wrestling with the text. Tomorrow morning, we look at the Torah portion of Lech Lecha. And what does it mean when the Torah says that Avram brought with him the souls he made in Haran? Who are those souls? That is another perspective on Shabbat. For many people worldwide, Shabbat is a chance to refrain from creative work. It's not a day of rest. It's a day of refraining from world-changing work. Just as God created the world and then refrained from that world creation, so too we spend a day refraining from that world creation. But there's another perspective of Shabbat that I think is really important, which is that Shabbat gives us a chance to step outside our lives and to reflect. Prayer in Hebrew is lehit palel, to reflect on oneself. So the ability to gather together on Shabbat, to sit in a sanctuary together, to share a common purpose of stepping outside our lives deliberately for a day, is a very special thing. True, if you've been leading services for 17 years, stepping away from a service is also very helpful, because it helps me find myself in the prayers again. Instead of performing them, instead of encouraging others to read, it helps me to also find my own spirituality and reminds me that I need to explore my own spirituality along with that of the community. And so that leads me to an invitation, essentially, to come and join us in this evening and tomorrow for Shabbat, for our Shabbat services, either in person or online. I'm inviting you to step outside, to transcend your normal life for a while, for a moment of reflection, a moment of pause, for a really important opportunity to step outside and then, as we reflect during our prayers, reflect on ourselves, to then bring that learning, that new sense of self, that new understanding to the rest of our lives. So at the end of Shabbat, in Havdalah, we smell the sweet spices. so that that smell carries with us into the rest of the week. Just as we hope that the things that we learn together about ourselves through our prayers and our study on Shabbat is carried into the week to come. So please feel free to join us this evening for our Kabbalat Shabbat service, for our Torah study tomorrow morning, and also for our Shabbat Shacharit service, as we together step outside our lives and learn from our prayers how to grow and how to step out and view the world anew. I look forward to seeing you, and I wish you Shabbat Shalom.